Glad to have you with us from Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Well, guys, Coach told me this atmosphere is going to be crucial today. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Cardinals headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Running to the left. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Moving the pocket, it's O'Neal. He's got an open man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on 3rd down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing, great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll give it to him again. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Handoff to the single back. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Drives inside. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one. But don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Making the adjustment on the play. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Taking a shot on the first play. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
Second and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right side, it's Brown. Still on his feet at the 45. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Cardinals come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play.
Number 98, set to kick this one.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. Swings it out to his running back. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. And the Tar Heels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to get it through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown Cardinals. A pick 6. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
That makes the score. Louisville 14, North Carolina 0.
And here's the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30. They'll run this play from the pistol.
Booster, booster. Here we go. Ready. 22. Sweep, sweep. Go.
Fresh set of downs going up top. They're all over him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the tight end. Gets a hand in there.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Touchdown, Cardinals. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Trying the left side.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Hand off again. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Soft spot in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Rides to the back. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And they get another first down. And this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs. And a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
He's got him wide open.
And you never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Got to make the play on 4th. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Out wide right, it's Richardson. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Sells the run, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in, it's Richardson.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Going to take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Hauls it in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wants to throw on first. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Hand off, Isaac Brown. Got a little grip, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0.
That makes the score Louisville 28, North Carolina 0. Number 98 set to kick this one away.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Louisville!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And they did tack on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has to sting. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. To throw, it's O'Neal. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking to the sidelines, there's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped on 4th down. Looking left. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Go.
This time they'll throw it. Look out! He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. The fake and wants to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Grabs it, and he will score! Touchdown, Cardinals! I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And he makes the extra point.
North Carolina, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Ready. Red 18. Ready, go.
The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Motion from the back. Burrowing for yardage. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's first down. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
Long way to go on second down.
Return. Level. Go.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmless. The ground.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
There he goes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Looking downfield, it's Edwards. They go to the wide receiver screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play.
Touchdown, UNC! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. He'll try to tack on one more.
Great execution on offense, and you know you're expecting man coverage in this area of the field, down close to the line of scrimmage, so the receiver has got to be able to win one-on-one, and he did just that on that TD.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Stopped right there.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Changing the routes with his receivers. Second down to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
The play fake. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line. This offense has it with really good field position. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. He's going to run it. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Blasted as he lets it go. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Hauls it in. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. They put the brakes on it.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the tight end. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Cardinals want to move quickly.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Selling the fake. Good job just to get rid of that one.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play, they took a sack. This one, they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he gets it away.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Under pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the catch. It's McCoy. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
The Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point.
Snags it, and there's running room. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Number 1 with the grab and the score.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33.
North Carolina, set. Number 98, set to advance on the football.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Carolina Tar Heels will take over 1st and 10.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. Nobody
Hits the afterburners. Crosses midfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Right down the middle. Fires complete on the crosser. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he tacks on the extra point.
49, North Carolina, 14. Number 92, set to kick it away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Ready, ready. Ready, five. Ready, five. Go, go.
Drops back on first down. Unloads in the nick of time.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
Ready. 129, 129. Q. Where did he go?
On play action. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Cardinals moving quickly to the line, making the adjustment. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And this is why, as a defense, man, you don't want to let the quarterback outside the pocket. Once he gets outside the pocket, now everybody else has to adjust, and some people have to leave coverage, and he goes and he starts going towards his right. Nice job by the receiver finding some space towards the sidelines. They get the completion and make the play.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Had to force that one.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And it's been fun to watch this QB execute today because he's shown you a little bit of everything. He's shown you the fastball. He's shown you the changeup, the ability to throw to all parts of the field. And he's still taking shots. Even after having 4 touchdowns, you can tell they feel confident in him. He's confident, and he's still throwing the football down the field.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got... for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Rush right in his face. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
2nd and long here.
Here we go. Ready. Black
Looking to throw. Going for it all. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And that's exactly what I would do, too. Why would I not keep throwing that dude the football? I know it was incompletion, but he has had a day. He's been cooking this secondary, and they've tried to find ways to get him the ball because he has been so dynamic today.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Can't get him to the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they give it back to him. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Got to make the play on 4th. He's taking a deep shot. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it.